Coming out tonight, as Shay said, my name is Ross Huston, and when I tell people that, they instantly want to spell my last name like the city, which is great because Texas is a cool state, and I've heard Houston is beautiful, and Houston and I do have problems. And sometimes I just feel like sweeping it beneath the rug because a couple of letters, it just doesn't matter. And so I realized that a couple letters matter a lot. A couple letters are what keep having a good steak from having a good streak, neither of which are good raw. A couple letters are what keep me having a drink at the bar from having a drank at the bar. And I don't have the street cred to pull that off because I'm wearing a sweater vest. Cardigan. So words are important. You got to get the right words, especially today, with all the technology we have. And I know personally I hate it when my phone gets a different word than I want it to put on there, because sometimes I want to write perhaps, and my phone wants to write Pegasus, which is cool. Flying horses are awesome, but you can see when I'm trying to write my friend perhaps not, and it comes out Pegasus not, I either sound like I'm ancient Greek or a modern moron, neither of which are applicable in today's society. So I tell you, with technology, I'm getting a little tired of it. Especially with the words with friends. I know a lot of people are really, they find that popular, but me, I just don't get it. Because I just think it's too impersonal. Like when I go, I want to actually do stuff with my friends. Like we joined a fencing class. Swords with friends. And we have a squash garden. Gourds with friends. And this summer we're going to Norway. Gourds with friends. So it's exciting stuff. And I think you can see with this rough and tumble life I lead, that sometimes I had a lot of stories to tell. And recently some friends asked me what my biggest regret in life was. And it's a good question, and it's one that's going to haunt you for the rest of the night. Trust me. And I think recently my biggest regret is telling someone I knew how to spackle when I didn't. Because if you tell somebody you know how to spackle, they will expect you to spackle. And it's not something you can figure out while you're doing it. So every now and then you have to realize that in your life, you failed. When you're at a movie and you see a trailer for a movie you'd much rather be seeing, you failed. When you run across the street just as it's changing to the walk sign, you failed. When you drop a quarter when you're reaching for a penny, you failed. And at this opportunity, when I noticed that putty in hand, staring at the hole I created in the ceiling, I had failed. And it's times like these where you need the all-important advice. People that come and give you words of wisdom. And there's good advice, and there's not so good advice. One of my personal favorites is the life doesn't get any better than this. I heard this one in high school. And it's so good because it doesn't matter what is happening. Your car could be in a tree being attacked by a family of raccoons. Your girlfriend just left you for said raccoon. And your family member will still say it doesn't get any better than this. So that kind of sucks. But then every now and then, when you really mess up, and you know you've screwed up, and no one you think could ever make a mistake like you did, all your friends and family, they come together and they sit you down and say, look, we did the same thing. I've done it, he's done it, we've all done it. And that is just the worst. Because then you know, I could have been the only one. I could have defied expectations. Have you guys ever had that? Been the only one? The only person ever to have a thought, and you know you're the only person who's ever thought it, and it scares you? I had that recently when I realized the similarity between a pillow and a duck. Because they're pretty much the same. One having the added benefit of being waterproof, and have the ability to fly. And I realized that the only thing keeping us, as humanity, from walking out to the pond, grabbing a duck, plopping it down, and settling in for a long winter's nap, is sheer strength of will. And as someone who can't walk past a rack of cookies without going in for round 2, I worry about the bird population of the world. But I don't want you to worry too much, because I'm strengthening my will. I'm taking a class. I go to BU, I'm a freshman. And, I'm sorry, BC. And I'm taking a water polo class. And it's really testing my will to go to sleep on time. Because in the past, if I pulled an all-nighter the next day, I'd be tired in all my classes. But now, if I pull an all-nighter next day, I'm going to drown. And that's scary. But there's one thing that is scarier than drowning. And that's what I'll leave you with tonight, because it follows me everywhere, and I hear it all the time. The scariest thing is when someone tells you, have a good afternoon, at 11 o'clock in the morning. Because what can happen in that next hour? Could be something really bad. Well, Pegasus now. Who knows? Thanks, I'm Huston. You guys have a great night.